Check it out.
Checking that sound.
Test. I hear it.
Hear yourself?
Yeah, I hear it.
All right, good.
Ready.
Shalom, Israel. With the ICPK, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We start off 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians make up the 12 tribe of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. We're not affiliated with any other nation. We are the ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commanding General Yohana. And we here to teach our people, the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth. We teach a Sabbath Service class today, man, in South Carolina, off Kazakh Shapar. We're going to go over a few things soon, real quick here. We're going to go with what? 1 Samuel. Be a
Right.
soldier, not a coward.
That's right.
All right. Part 2. If you tuned in last week, who we got in the chat?
So we had Sister Yustaria checking in. We got Chupa Hakwanaya.
Mm-hmm.
We got Kalat Dazar. Officer Nayar.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Angela.
Angela.
And we have Sister Ashley checking in.
Exactly.
Praise the
Black
Lord.
belt, right? How about Shemi? How shy Barak a thumb to all my brothers? Yahweh Shema Alathan. Yahweh shy to all of my sisters. Then I should be K. Slaki. Let's get started here. Amani means all to stand. Call up our first candidate, Nayar.
Nayar, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Nayar, Ban Yahweh,
Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Ban Shem Al Shabrakathon.
How about
Shem
you?
Al Shabrakathon.
Pull the horn.
Shiala.
Look at the scrolls.
Psalm Wapahakri, which means turn the face of the east in Hebrew. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shabka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Daba'ah, Ratazaika, Hayah, Aisha, Barakazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan, Lananawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalaki now, Kabawaki now, Kasalaki now, Kabawaki now, Wala'ah, Abayai now, Balasaiwan, Abal, Hayashai now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahata, it's like a Wahala, Wahata Parat, Wahalayam, Ahmad.
What we said in Hebrew, we said in English. Abanawa. I'm sorry, Salak. You've already read that, didn't you? Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
As
it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive our debtors.
Forgive our debts.
Lead us not
into
into temptation.
temptation.
But deliver us
Deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
Power.
Power.
And glory.
And glory.
Ever.
Ever.
So be it.
So be it. This is Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Baba Kasha, Nathanael, Hakak, La Pa'ah, Kal Malakah, Wakal Manawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazari, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamatim, Hakak, Abra Akwa, Amata Allah, La Garshin, Bahashem, Yahweh, the water, Amen.
We said in Hebrew, we said in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of
all
sickness.
manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
Cast
spirits.
them out.
Cast them
in
out.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is blessed Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Now, Wayasha Allah, Wahabayah, Saparium, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magan, Hagan, all of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Commanding General
Commanding
Yohanan. All of the captains.
All the captains.
All of the officers.
All the officers.
All of the troopers.
All the troopers.
All of the students.
All the students.
All of the sisters.
All the sisters.
All of the children.
All the children.
And ICPK.
ICPK. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the water. Amen.
We said in Hebrew. We said in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the schools.
And the school.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
Bless and shield and
Our
protect.
loved ones.
Our loved ones.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
All,
All,
Haharia,
Ahar,
Mahayan,
Mayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
Azar,
Isaiah,
Azar,
Ma'ai,
Ma'ai,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayim,
Samai,
Waharatazah, Ayatan,
Ayatan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Rakalka,
Galka,
Ayanawam,
Ayanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamar,
Hana,
Hana,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'al,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Zalka,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Nemnaka,
Yamyak,
Yamamam,
Yamamah,
Hashemash,
Hashemash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Balayala,
Balayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Makorai,
Makarai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Atnapaska,
Atnapash,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yasamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'aka,
Taza'aka,
Waba'aka,
Waba'aka,
Ma'aita,
Ma'ai,
Wa'ai,
Ma'ai,
Awalam.
Ayalam.
What we said in Hebrew, we said in English. I will lift up mine eyes
Lift up mine
to the
eyes
hills,
to the hills.
from which cometh my help.
Which cometh my
My
help.
help cometh from the
My
Lord,
help come from the
who
Lord.
made heaven and earth.
Who made heaven
He
and
will not
earth.
suffer thy foot be to move. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor
shall
sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is a shade upon thy right
Lord
hand.
is thy shade
The
upon thy
sun
right
shall
hand.
not smite thee by day,
Nor
nor the
day,
moon by
nor
night.
the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
Lord shall preserve thee
He
from
shall
all evil.
preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going
Lord
out
shall preserve thy going
and
out
thy coming
and
in.
thy coming
From
in.
this time forth,
From this time forth,
even
and even
forevermore.
forevermore. This is Psalms 83. The Hebrew. Alahayim,
Ahayam,
Adamaya,
Adamaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Atakarash,
Atakarosh,
Wa Altashakwat,
Atashquat,
Al,
Al,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Hana,
Hana,
Awabatka, Yahama,
Yama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Amaka,
Al-Amka,
Yaramawa,
Yamawa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayata,
Hayata,
Yatasawa,
Yatasawa,
Al Tasapawanyaka,
Yatasawan,
Amawa,
Amawa,
Lakawa,
Akawa,
Wanakakida,
Akaka,
Magawai,
Magawai,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham,
Sham,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'al,
Iwada,
Awada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Natasawa,
Natasawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakad,
Ayaka,
Ayaka,
Mariath,
Bariah,
Yakawathwa,
Yakawaka,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Arawam,
Alawam,
Wa,
Wa,
Yashamai,
Yashua,
Allah,
Allah,
Yam,
Yom,
Ma'awaba,
Awaba,
Wahagaria,
Agar,
Gabal,
Bal,
Waimawan,
Wabawan,
Waimalak,
Wamalak,
Parashath,
Palashat,
Ain,
Ain,
Yashabdia,
Yashab,
Tazawar,
Yazawar,
Gam,
Gam,
Ashawar,
Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Balawa,
Amam,
Amam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zawawai,
Zarawai,
Labanalawat,
Labanalawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Ashab,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadian,
Madi,
Kasaya,
Kasiyah,
Sara'ah,
Salarah,
Kamadian,
Madi,
Balakal,
Barakal,
Kwayash,
Kwayash,
Wan,
Wan,
Nashamadwa,
Samad,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Da'arah,
Barah,
it's like Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adama,
Adamah,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatama,
Nada,
Nadab,
Yab,
Yam,
Mawa,
Mawah,
Kairab,
Karah,
Wakazabah,
Wakazabah,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabah,
Wakatazal,
Wakazabah,
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Kal,
Kal,
Nasayakamwa,
Asakam,
Ashor,
Ashar,
Amawa,
Abawah,
Nasharashah,
Shabashah,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Ath,
Ad,
Nahawath,
Nahawah,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
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 Shayatamwa,
Shayatama,
Gagaya Gaya,
Gaya,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Rabaka,
Babaka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Daba'ira Ira,
Ira,
Wakalabaha,
Hakalbaha,
Dalahat,
Salahat,
Haharyam,
Hari,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradakma,
Daradakma,
Basa'arika,
Basahara,
Wabasa,
Babasa,
Wabatka,
Babaka,
Dabalaham,
Dalaham,
Malaha,
Malaha,
Panaham,
Panaham,
Palawan,
Quarawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Bakwaswa,
Bakwash,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Babash,
Waya,
Waya,
Balawa,
Balawa,
Yaida Ai,
Yaidai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kapawa,
Kapawa,
Waya,
Waya,
Abadwa,
Abad,
Waya,
Waya,
Dawai,
Dawai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Ata,
Ada,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labatka,
Abad,
Ayawan,
Awa,
Al,
Al,
Call,
Call,
Ha'aratazah.
Al,
When we said in the Hebrew, we're saying in English.
All right, go ahead.
When we said in the Hebrew, we're saying in English, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O
O
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
hold not thy peace,
hold not thy peace,
and be not still.
be not still.
For O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
for lo,
for lo,
thy enemies make a
thy
tumult,
enemies make
and they that hate
they
thee
hate
have lifted up their
thee,
head.
lift up their head,
They have taken crafty counsel
taken crafty
against thy people.
against thy people.
They have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come
Come,
and let us cut them off.
cut them off.
It's like they have said,
They have said,
come
come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Israelites of Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They are hoping the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them, as to the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Made their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeir. Yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as the Lamun, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let it be confounded and trouble forever. Yea, let it be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Scroll down. Blow the horn. The shop in me's all seated. Where we at? 7 verses of Hebrew.
Yeah, start verse 12.
Okay,
Verse
let's
7,
get it.
verse 72 and 12.
Let's get it.
Verse 7, chapter 2, verse 12 in Hebrew. Habanayah, Aliyah, but Banayah, Bala Ya'al. That's like
Yeah. Bala, yeah.
Bala Ya'al, La'a, Yada Awa, Ath, Yahweh. Verse 13. Hama Shapat. It's like Haka Hana Yum Ath Ha'ain Call Ayash Zabak Waba Haba Na'ar Na'ar Haka Hakan Hakahan Kabash Kabashal Habashar Waha Mazal it's like Waha Mazalak Lag Shalash Shalash Hashanaya. That's like Hashanayam Baya Dawa. Verse 14. It's like Waha Kaha Bakar Yawar. It's like Bakar Yawar Awa Bada Wada Bada Wad Awa Bakwa Lakath Awa Awa Bapa Rawar Call Ashar Ya'ala Ya'ila Hama Zala Salag Yaqua Yaquaka Yaquak Hakahan Bawa Kaka Ya'a Shawa Lakal Lakalag Lakal Hasharala, Haba, Ayam, Sham, Bashalah, verse 15. Come, Bata, Pataram, Yakwa, Tara, Tawan, Ath, Hakal, Hakalab, Waba, Haba'a, Na'ara, that's like Nawar, Haka, Hakahan, Wa Pa'amar, La'asha, La'ayash, Hazah, Hazabak, the Na, Bashar, Latazah, Lawath, Laka, Hakahan, Hala'ah, Yakwak, Mamak, Bashar, Mana, Mabashal, Kaya, I'm the it's like I'm Kaya, verse 16. Kaya, Amar, Alayawa, Ha'ayash, Qatar, Yakwa, Taya, Rawan, Kaya, Wan, Kayawam,
Don't let him in.
Hakalab,
Right.
Hakwab, it's like Hakwak, Lak, Kashar, the Wa, Napa, Shak, Wa'a, Ha'amar, Lawa, La'a, Kaya, Ata, Tatan, Wa'am, Laya, Lakwa, Kata, Ya, Waka, it's like Wakaz, Quata, it's like Waka, Kakwa, or 17. Hata, Haya, Kata, Ath, Hana, Ara, Ya, I was like Hana, Aram, Ariyam, Quada, Wala, Ma'ai, Ath, Paniya, Kahawa, Kaya, Na'atazawa, Ha'a Nashar, that's like Ha'a Nasham, Ath, Manakath, Yahweh, verse 18. Washamar, that's like Hashamar, Wa'al,
Get a Bible.
Masharath,
Your time.
Ath, Paniyah, Yahweh, Na'ar, Kagawar, Apawad, Bod, verse 19, Wama, Wama, Ayal, Kwapak, the Aisha, Lawa,
How many more we got?
um,
We'll read 7, right?
verse 19.
You stop.
Verse
We'll read
19.
7
No,
verses.
yeah, that's it.
Oh, it's like,
That's it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
We'll read the whole book. Keep them straight over there. You're supposed to have them 7, right? All right. Give me 7 verses, right? Where we at? Starting at what? 2 and 12? Gonna read the whole Tanakh.
I thought 19 was this. Like, all right, we had 1 Samuel 2
Right.
and 12
Right.
in English. Now the sons of Eli were sons of Belial. They knew not the Lord.
What does this mean here, sons of Belial? Give me Deuteronomy 13 and 13. We're gonna tell you what the sons of Eli. We talking about what's the title of the class?
Don't be a coward.
Do what now?
Don't be a coward.
Be a soldier, not a coward, right?
Right.
Make sure we read that right. Is that what you got in there? Okay, go ahead.
You said which one? You said 13.
Read that. You said something about Belial, right? Belial. Read that.
This is Deuteronomy.
You got Deuteronomy 13.
Yeah, I got it.
Read.
It's Deuteronomy 13 and 13.
Right.
Certain men, the children of Belial,
Right.
are gone out from among you.
The children of Belial. Those are basically, it's saying, if you look up Belial, it's a child of destruction, child of no good, worthless, right?
Right.
That's what it says. Finish reading. They're going out from among you and to do what?
And have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city,
Right.
saying, let us go and serve other
And
gods.
do what?
And serve other
This
gods.
is how you know when you are a coward. When you're going to do what?
Serve other gods.
What does the other nations do?
Serve other gods.
Right. And what do our people do that's within our nation? They serve what? That ain't doing right. What are they?
Serve other cowards.
They cowards, the other gods. They serve other gods. Read that again. This is why. That people, I'm sorry, let's correct it. People that are among our nation.
Right.
Right? But we know the other nations serve other gods.
Right.
People that are among our nations and they go out to serve other gods. How can you serve other gods like that? They go out there smoking, carousing around with women that ain't that women, all kind of stuff, right?
Right.
And whoring out these sexy reds.
Right.
They serve another god. They won't follow goddamn all the things you say, right?
Right.
That serve other gods. These are other gods. Because these are demons that you fighting.
Right.
How you get rid of your demon? By not being a coward. Read that again. Deuteronomy 13 and 13.
Deuteronomy 13 and 13.
Right.
Certain men and children of Belial
Right.
are gone out from among you
Right.
and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city,
That's right.
saying, let us go and serve other gods,
Serve other gods. That it on that?
which ye have not known.
Which we have not known. We don't know those other gods. In other words, those are worthless men. Go back to 13. 1 Samuel 13. Read.
1 Samuel 2 and 13.
Right. Read.
And the priest custom with the people was that any man offered sacrifice, the priest servant came while the flesh was in seething, was in seething with flesh hook of 3 teeth in his hand.
What does that mean? Seething.
Seething.
I think Joe Hyman said that Thursday night, the definition of that. See if anybody remembers. Seething. Seething means to boil. Anybody in the chat over there? There's people checking in, right? Seething means to boil. This is the custom of our people. Read that 13 again, Akash. We'll get that.
This is verse 13.
Read.
And the priest custom with the people was that when any man offered sacrifice,
Right.
the priest's servant came while the flesh was in seething with a flesh hook of 3 teeth in his hand.
Right. In other words, while the meat was boiling, the priest servant came, right?
Right.
Read.
Verse 14.
Right.
And he struck it into the pan
Mm-hmm.
or kettle,
Mm-hmm.
a cauldron or pot. All that the flesh hook brought up, the priest took for himself.
The priest. In other words, these priests of Bala, that means these worthless priests. In this case, it would be Hophni and Phinehas.
Right.
These were cowards that we're going to talk about here. Read.
So they did. It's like so they did in Shiloh unto all the Israelites that came thither.
Right. Shiloh is where they kept the Ark of the Covenant.
Right.
Everybody knows what the Ark of the Covenant is. What's the Ark of the Covenant? What does it do? What's the purpose of the Ark of the Covenant? Anybody? Go ahead.
Keep the word of God. The word of God now.
Yeah. So, word of God. Yeah, you can say that. What was its purpose? I mean, what was it there for?
Protection.
Protection of Israel. That's what you used it for. Yeah. We'll show you a place. Give me Revelation 11 and 19 down there. One of y'all, Lorenzo or Plaza, don't matter. Give me one. Revelations 11 and 19. We'll show you what this Ark of Covenant is, because this is what they were ministering to. They were ministering to the Ark of the Covenant that was in Israel. Okay, read.
Revelation 11:19. And the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament.
The what?
The ark of his testament.
The Ark of the Testament is the Ark of the Covenant. That's what they were really worshiping, a pattern that was already made in heaven there.
Right.
Read. Finish reading.
And there was lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and a great hail.
To show you the significance of what the Ark of the Covenant was. That pattern is already up there, and what the Most High was, right?
Right.
That's what you got to realize. What it was. It represented. What did it represent? Anybody? It represented that forgiveness. Well, why'd they have to go there? Why'd they need the Ark of the Covenant? Anybody in the audience there? We're gonna show you how the importance of what they should have been doing back then. Go ahead. Anybody?
It's like so. You say, why did they need the Ark of the Covenant?
Why did the Lord give them the Ark of the Covenant? Not why they needed it. Why did the Lord give them the Ark of the Covenant to worship?
So it's like okay. He gave them the Ark of the Covenant, so that all the things that the Lord had, done for them, they keep it as a memorial or representation, so they could, because they made a covenant with the Most High. So they'll know exactly what they've done. What the Most High brought them through. It'll be a representation of that.
Yeah. And what was the purpose of
it? To remind them.
They were to go in there to they were supposed to go and use it for the forgiveness of sins. Of course, they didn't.
Right.
They couldn't because they wouldn't allow it. They were supposed to do that. Yes, it was the pattern that the Lord had in heaven. All they had to do was follow that pattern.
Right.
But they didn't do that. That's why the Lord had to give them a new covenant. We're not going to get it to you're trying to get it to why the Lord gave them, so eventually they're going to give them a new covenant. In Hebrews, they're going to need one because this one ain't work for them. Right. But we didn't even have to go that far. It was just supposed to be a pattern that they were supposed to be doing and choosing as of the covenant, right? So and it's for forgiveness of sins. But did they follow this Ark of Covenant pattern? Did they? Why? What happened? What was some of the reasons why they didn't follow it?
It's like it.
Go ahead.
They didn't follow it because
they tried.
Yeah.
But what stopped it? What? Because they went out to battle. They even got the ark. We read last week where the ark was stolen from them. All kinds of things.
Right.
Go ahead. And why? What did they lack? Go ahead.
They lacked the change, the actual Commitment to the Most High.
Yeah, you can say that. In other words, they yeah, you can say that. See, they had some thoughts in there, put in there. Read first and where we at 13.
Yeah.
Finish reading 14. Then we'll get into it here. Go ahead.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And struck it into the pan.
And he struck it.
He struck it into the pan.
What is he struck it into the pan? It's talking about this flesh,
right.
This meat, right?
Right.
This is the offering. It's talking about the offering. We go showing you what they did to try to get close to the Lord. And but go ahead, read.
And struck it into the pan,
right,
or kettle, or cauldron, or pot. All that the flesh hook brought up, the priest took for himself. So they did in Shiloh unto all the Israelites that came thither.
All right, finish reading.
Verse 15.
Right.
Also, before they burnt the fat, the priest's servant came and said to the man that sacrificed,
right,
give flesh to the roast for the priest.
Now, who were the priests? In this case, it was Hophni and Phinehas.
Right.
It was those two priests, sons of Belial.
Right.
What is that? They actually sons of Eli, but he was trying to tell you they were actually sons of no good.
Right.
That's what really trying to say here. Okay. That's what that word means, Belial. Okay.
Right.
Read.
For he will not have sodden the flesh of thee, but raw.
He read that again. Read verse 15. Man. It showed. Go ahead. Read it. Read
Verse 15.
Read that again.
Also, before they burnt the fat, the priest's servant came and said to the man that sacrificed, give flesh to the roast for the priest.
Yeah, in other words, these servants give flesh so the priest can sell, because the priests back then, that's how they ate.
Right.
They didn't even have no land. They didn't have nothing, but they have no inheritance.
Right.
They were Levites, man. Okay, Aaron and Moses. But in Eli, in this case, by the time we got to Eli, because all the rest of them had died, but Eli over here. And of course, Samuel was a new priest, right? That's why we're reading 1 Samuel. Okay, he was trained under Eli. Read verse 15 again. I'm sorry, read.
Also, before they burnt the fat, the priest servant came and said to the man that sacrificed.
Right, the man that was imagine having a man over here want to sacrifice for his sins for his family. That's what this pattern is for. The sacrifice for the sins of his family. You got to look at it in the way they looked at it back then.
Right.
You got the privy of knowing what it really meant, that it really couldn't give him any forgiveness.
Right.
That's what you were trying to allude to. But go back to how they felt. The Lord's had that as a pattern in heaven, how they really felt. It's supposed to be forgiveness of your sin. Because we know in Hebrews that it can't. You can't. They can't. The Lord had to give them a better sacrifice. Hebrews in 8th chapter. I understand that. But read what they were actually doing. Read.
Give flesh to the roast for the priest,
right?
For he will not have sodden the flesh of thee, but raw.
But he read that. I'm sorry. Well, you got to read this a little bit more clarity. I'm sorry. Give flesh to what?
Give flesh to the roast for the priest.
Give the flesh to the roast for Hophni and Phinehas, or the priest that was in charge at that time, right? Read.
For he will not have sodden the flesh
that
of thee.
Means sodden. That means that he don't want to boil the seed,
right,
or cook properly in this case, but he want to eat it what?
But raw.
He wanted to eat it raw. Who in the world? Where he get that idea from? From looking over the wall to the Edomites eating raw flesh,
right,
with blood coming out of it,
right?
That's one thing. That's one problem right there. They serve other gods. So what God taught them to do that? Right? What God taught them to eat raw flesh? That ain't how we do things in Israel. Am I right or wrong, Lorenzo? Am I right or wrong, Kaladazar? We only know raw flesh up in here.
Right.
Right? Read. That's the first thing. When you go with a priest, imagine a priest supposed to be teaching you, and you sit up, oh, it's okay to eat raw flesh, man. Right?
Right.
Finish reading.
Verse 16.
Right.
And if any man say unto him,
right,
let them not fail to burn the fat presently,
right,
and then take as much as thy soul desires.
In other words, if a man came and did against the priest, what did the priest do? Go ahead. Because these are bad priests. This ain't what they should have been doing. Go ahead. Read.
Then he will answer him, nay.
No, you can say it in vernacular black tongue.
For then he will answer him, la.
Or just nah.
Nah, no.
Nah, man. How are we talking black talk? Come on, Lorenzo. How's that word really saying instead of nay? What you say there?
No.
No.
Oh,
See, he got it. Clap it up for that brother right there. Hell, hey, we'll go right there. Nay. That's the old niggas Edomite put that in there. Nay. That's just nah.
Hey.
You know, right? Go ahead, read.
But thou give it. It's like, but thou give it me now.
But thou read that properly.
But thou shalt give it me now. It's like,
read that again.
but thou shalt give it me now.
Right. In other words, he's telling them, give me this flesh right now.
Right.
Demand. That's the second thing he done wrong. Eating raw flesh, and what else? Demanding man, just argumentative. Read it. Read.
And if not, I will take it by force.
By what?
By force.
He said, if you don't give me this raw flesh, I'm gonna take it by force. That's number 3. The third mess up. This is why our people couldn't keep the Ark of the Testimony, because we were fighting against each other.
Right.
Most High actually meant this to be for you. Forgiveness of sin. If you don't think so, why do you think the priest went in there all year long behind that veil? And if he didn't do that, he had to take bells on him, put in there, walk in there, walk in there, the Ark of the Covenant for the forgiveness of sins. If he didn't do that once a year, he's cut off. Go ahead. What you got? Somebody in the chat?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody saying something?
Yeah, we just have people checking in.
Okay, go ahead.
We got Slugger.
Go ahead.
We got Sister Panayan, a rib of Officer my docket checking in.
Okay.
And we got Sister Angela.
Sister Angela, right?
She said check in for Centerville.
Right. Let's clap it up for anybody. That's it. Clap it up for them. How about Shimmy? How shot all my brothers? How Shabbat by Shimmy? How shot to my sisters, man? That's checking in the class, right?
All right.
All right. Verse 17. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Wherefore the sin of the young men was very great.
Was what?
Was very great.
The sins of Hophni and Phinehas was what?
Very great.
Was very great. Read.
Before the Lord.
Right.
For men abhorred the offering of the Lord.
What did they do?
Abhorred the offering.
Look that definition up for me. They see these priests made it so hard for them to do this right. Look that definition abhorred up. In other words, they detested it. It was ugly to them. I don't want to do this. Right now, y'all? I don't want to do this. That's what they're basically saying, throwing their hand up and I don't even want to do this offering no more. Go ahead. What you got for a board?
Abhorred.
A-B, what this word right here? A-B-H-O-R-R-E-D. Abhorred.
Abhorred.
Go ahead, read.
In the Oxford Language Dictionary, regard with disgust or in hatred.
Disgust or what?
In hatred. Disgust and hatred.
And hatred. Yeah, they hated it.
Right.
They discussed it. That's the point. Anything else on that?
La.
They abhorred it.
Right.
They hated it. It was disgusting to them. Now here, that's just like coming into. That's why they hated coming to the church. What's going on? Who?
I said I was just looking.
Oh, okay.
I said somebody I was looking.
Yeah. Abhorred it. They abhorred it. They hated it. They hated the service of the Most High. You're not supposed to be doing that's not it is. In other words, when you get in high SUPK, we love being here.
Right.
Right? You're supposed to. If you don't, then you need to go back out that door right there, turn left, walk down the street, and stay out there. Because you in ISUPK right now. This is something that you have to be awful for.
Right.
Thankful to the Most High. Not abhorring it, but they abhorred it, man. It's saying it right here. This ain't coming out of Kazak's bar mouth. What's it saying right here? Read that 17 again.
Verse 17. Wherefore the sin of the young men was very great before the Lord.
Uh-huh.
For men abhorred the offering of the Lord.
They abhorred it. Now Hophni and Phinehas made them feel that way about this offering, right?
Right.
They hated it, man. Eating because they had people taking things by force, eating raw flesh, right? You know, their heart was deceitful, man, right?
Right.
That's what the Bible says. That's what happens when you have people, Hophni and Phinehas. You're gonna be a leader in ISUPK. You got to first learn how to be a follower. They didn't even know how to follow their Lord, right?
Right.
They didn't know how to follow their I'm sorry, they didn't know how to follow their dad, right?
Right.
So people hated this, right?
Right.
Where else we're at? Reading. Give me won't read that. Okay, give me where we at? Verse 18. Read.
Verse 18.
Right.
But Samuel ministered before the Lord, being a child girded with linen
Right.
ephod. I'll keep going. It's like,
Read that again.
being a child girded with a linen.
Who was Samuel? Trained under Eli. He was a child what?
Child girded.
Right.
With a linen ephod.
A linen ephod, man. That was his like linen robe like this, and
right.
then he had a belt on and protect him around his loins, man.
Right.
Okay, finish reading. This was Samuel. This is one of the better priests. Trained under Eli, right?
Right.
Their daddy, Hophni and Phinehas, was one of the Belial, one of the bad priests.
Right.
Okay, they were the cowards, but Samuel was a soldier, wasn't he?
Right.
Read.
Verse 19.
Right.
Moreover, his mother made him a little coat and brought it to him from year to year when she came up with her husband to offer the yearly sacrifice.
Read.
Verse 20.
Right.
And Eli blessed Elkanah and his wife and said, the Lord give the seed of this woman for the loan which is lent to the Lord.
Right. In other words, you have children, you give your children to the Most High.
Right.
That's a soldier.
Right.
Right? Read.
And they went unto their own home. Verse 21.
Right.
And the Lord visited Hannah so that she conceived and bare 3 sons and 2 daughters, and the child Samuel grew before the Lord.
Right.
Keep going.
Yeah. Read verse 22. You're gonna see another. Here's the sin that I saw that Hophni and Phinehas did that I just said that was detestable. This was terrible here. Read.
22.
Uh-huh.
Now Eli was very old.
Yeah, he was an old man now. Go ahead.
And heard that and heard all that his sons did unto all Israel.
He heard that Eli. Read that again.
And heard.
Stop from the top.
Now,
verse 22.
Verse 22. Now Eli was very old and heard all that his sons did unto Israel. Unto all Israel.
He heard what his sons, Hophni and Phinehas, done, right?
Right.
Because they were bad priests, man.
Right.
They had cowardice out their whole camp.
Right.
Because if you're a priest, that's what you're doing.
Right.
If you're supposed to be ministering to the camp and what they did, you're supposed to be a priest, not a coward, man. Go ahead, read.
And how they lay with the women that assembled at the door.
They did what?
They lay with the women that assembled at the door.
Hophni and Phinehas. No wonder they aboard this sacrifice, man, because they looking at what we find this kind of stuff in the Christian church, man.
Right.
These people had whored out their women right in the Christian church, right? In other words, what I'm saying is that they were practicing Christianity up in there. They were supposed to be sitting up here doing the Lord's work.
Right.
But what were they doing again? Read that again. Now Eli was very old, right? And heard. Now imagine an old man saying he done heard what his sons done, right? And this is what they were doing. Read that again.
And now Eli was very old and heard all that his sons did unto all Israel.
Right. To how much Israel? All Israel.
Right.
Why did they say all Israel?
Because it's like.
Why? Why did they say that it was done unto them? Why did they say all of Israel? Go ahead.
Because he punished the whole
Can't hear
Israel
you.
because he punished the whole Israel because of the iniquities of what he was doing.
Yeah, it's that now Eli was very old and heard all that his sons had done unto all Israel. Because of what again?
The iniquities of what they was doing inside
carried out. They made the people abhor the sacrifices.
Right.
Y'all get it now?
Yeah.
So what you do in here in the ISUPK, your reputation means a hell of a lot.
Right.
We don't want to. This ain't no Christian church up in here, man. You either a coward or a what? Soldier. There ain't no Christianity up in here. You either a coward or what?
Soldier.
You don't. We know you. There ain't no Christianity up in here. You either a coward or a soldier. If you're a coward, we won't know cowards in this camp.
Right.
What do we do with cowards, man? What did that sign say up there? No excuses. Somewhere, no cowards. Somewhere up in here. It might be over there hitting Hunter. No cowards in this camp. In this camp, that men will let their colors fly. Right.
Right.
We don't want no cowards in this camp. Right.
Right.
Only men.
Only men. Go ahead, finish it.
Only men prepared to die.
Only men prepared to die. Clap it up. That's the motto. If you can't hold that motto, then you can't be up in here.
Right.
That's for real. This ain't no Christianity. Your sins gonna find you out up in here. You can't go up here doing anything you want. Read that again for me, verse 22. What was it, 22?
Yeah.
Eli, you
Yeah.
know, Eli the prophet is raising up Samuel, a good prophet of the Lord. He was disgusted behind what his children had done.
Right.
He was disgusted because they sitting up here knocking out the girls at the tent door.
Right.
Can you imagine that? And that's what these wicked pastors do out there in these churches.
Right.
Oh, let me counsel you, baby. Hey, listen, not to mention, let me counsel you. I know your husband ain't doing right. Let me show you how it's done.
Hey.
And that guy, let me show you how, because I think one of the captains went over there and say, that I know he can't do right. He ain't doing you right, but let me show you how to really counsel you. Next thing you know, y'all, they knocking the boots.
Right.
Huh? Am I right? Some body rocking, knocking the boots. That's what this is up in here. This is what Hophni and Phinehas did, and the people, he made the sacrifice because they didn't take it serious. Right. And that's exactly what the Christian church is, not serious.
Right.
That's why we don't have it up here in the ISUPK. Right. Thank God that Commander General Yohana made this a place of refuge for soldiers, not cowards. Clap it up, Commander General Yohana. Right? This ain't no damn place where you come up here and parlay and knock out women one at a time and don't care about them. Just read 22 again, man. Read it loud, Baba Kushah.
Verse 22.
Right.
Now Eli was very old,
right,
and heard all that his sons did unto all Israel,
right,
and how they lay with the women that assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
He's bold, man. Hey, anybody in chat? And you can't be no more bolder than that. Hophni and Phinehas was. Right. Now, I was wondering why they call him Belial, because they were evil.
Right.
They were not of the Lord. That's what that meant.
Right.
But yet they cowards. That's why we have to kick them out. Right?
That's right.
Anything on any more on it? Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Now read verse 23.
Okay, verse 23. Mm-hmm. And he said unto them, why do ye such things? For I hear of your evil dealings by all this people.
I hear what you're doing with all these people. Right?
Right.
Read.
Verse 24.
Right.
Nay.
Now give me the black sound on that. You Lorenzo tell you about it. Give me that sound, Lorenzo. What does it say? No. He said no. Damn right. Read. Say no. Go ahead.
No, my sons, for it is no good report that I hear.
In other words, I don't hear no good report coming from y'all. Because y'all up here knocking women out 2 at a time at the tent door, probably smoking all kind of za, eating raw flesh,
right,
being forceful,
right,
conducting yourself like a wild. You might as well go to Christian church. We don't tolerate that up in here.
Right.
Read.
Ye make the Lord's people to transgress.
You do what? Start over. I'm sorry. Read 24 again.
No, my sons,
Uh-huh.
for it is no good report that I hear.
Right.
Ye make the Lord's people to transgress.
You make the Lord's people transgress with your actions, what you do. It all starts with the soldier.
Right.
And if you don't do your job, now you're a coward.
Right.
Read.
Verse 25.
Right.
If no man sin against another, the judge shall judge him. But if a man sin against the Lord, who shall entreat him for him?
Oh my God. Look up that word entreat. Look up entreat. Let's find out what this means, man. I know. If one man sin against another, the judge shall judge. That means you go to council. We take your ass. I'm sorry. We take you to council. I mean, I don't say that. We take you to council up in here.
Right.
But if you sin against the Lord, who gonna help you? That's what this is really saying. Go ahead, read. Wait, what you got for entreat? Go ahead. You got it? Read.
Okay.
Entreat, to ask a person earnestly, beg or plead with, implore.
Who shall say it again?
To ask a person earnestly, beg or plead with.
Who gonna plead for you?
Right.
That's what they're saying. Who gonna help you? You in trouble. You don't want the Lord. I'd rather go to council and Commander General Yohana, and General Mahaiman than to be caught in entrapment and under judgment with the Lord.
Right.
Because when he does it, you in trouble, bro. Everybody up in here been in some sort of trouble out there in that world. That's why you come up here. If you don't bring that dung up in here.
Right.
Am I right? Read.
Notwithstanding, they hearken not unto the voice of their father.
They don't even listen to the Father. Go ahead, read.
Because the Lord would slay them.
Lord, what?
Would slay them.
You ain't even got to look that word up. Everybody know what slay mean, don't you?
Right.
The Lord would take his sword and cut the bejesus out of you. Cut you.
Right.
Right? That's what it's saying. Read.
Verse 26.
Right.
And the child Samuel grew on and was in favor both with the Lord and also with men. Verse 27. And there came a man of God unto Eli and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord,
right,
did I plainly appear unto the house of thy father?
This was a man of God now. This is the soldier we're talking about now. This is how you're supposed to be acting, right? Read.
Did I plainly appear to the house of thy father when they were in Egypt in Pharaoh's house?
Read that again. I'm sorry. I don't want to miss it. Go ahead. 27. Read that again.
Verse 27.
Right.
And there came a man of God unto Eli and said,
man of God. How do you know it's a man of God?
If the Lord is with you.
Say that again.
If the Lord is with you.
How do you know?
By his words, what he says.
By his actions, but he's following those commandments. He's doing right.
Right.
The Lord's with him.
Right.
Right. Go ahead. Read.
And said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, did I plainly appear unto the house of thy father when they were in Egypt in Pharaoh's house?
In other words, Eli was so old because all the people had died off.
Right.
Only the people that were living on this side was the children of those people.
Right.
Right. So they were going back and saying of how the house of the father when they were in Egypt in Pharaoh's house, in other words, what the Lord did for them and what he, how he acted toward them in there. Right. And when they were in Egypt, go ahead, read 28.
Verse 28. And did I choose him out of all the tribes of Israel to be my priest?
He did what?
And did I choose him choose him out of all the tribes of Israel to be my priest?
To be my priest. The Levites. Right? Go ahead, read.
To offer upon my altar, to burn incense,
right,
to wear an ephod before me.
These are the priests. These Levites.
Right.
The Haitians at that time, of course, we're all priests and prophets right now, right?
Right.
So we don't want to get into all of that, but that's what this is now. That's what you're supposed to be acting like, right?
Right.
A priest of the Most High. Read.
And did I forgive unto the house of thy
read
father?
That again.
Oh, verse 28.
No, read and
did I give unto the house of thy
give? So and did I give? You said forgive, I think. But now, go ahead.
And did I forgive?
You said it again.
And did I give?
There you go. Now read it again.
And did I give unto the house of thy father and all the offerings made by fire of the children of Israel? Verse 29. Wherefore kick ye at my sacrifice, and at my offering, which I have commanded in my habitation, and honors thy sons above me.
What does it mean, kick at my sacrifice? In other words, look it over.
Right.
Check the merchandise out.
Right.
Right? I mean, you can look it up, but that's the connotation with that. You know, somebody bring your sack of gold, you want to kick it. See, is this sawdust?
Right, you want to check? Yeah.
You want to check it, right? What is this? Kick it. Kick the bag, Lorenzo, right? Let's see if this thing real up in here. Read.
It's like
where you at?
I'm gonna read at the top again.
Go ahead. 29. Go ahead.
Wherefore kick ye at my sacrifice and at my offering, which I have commanded in my habitation.
Because I want you to read every word as you see it. Okay? Read it again.
Wherefore kick ye at my sacrifice and at mine offering, which I have commanded in my habitation, and honors thy sons above me, to make yourselves fat with the chiefest of all offerings of Israel by people. Verse 30. Wherefore the Lord God of Israel saith, I said indeed that thy house and the house of thy father should walk before me forever. But now the Lord saith, be it far from me, for them that honor me I will honor, that they that despise me shall be lightly esteemed.
Read that again, man. What the Lord, if you honor the Lord, he'll honor you.
Right.
And if you don't, what does the Lord say? Be it far from me. Read that.
Be it far from me, for them that honor me, I will honor.
He will honor.
Right. And
what does that mean? What does that mean?
Yes.
Go ahead.
If you respect me, I respect you. If you do what I say, I will.
Don't say it. Just say, if you do what I ask you to do, those commandments, I'll honor your sacrifices.
Right.
I honor what you're trying to do. But I ain't gonna honor you knocking out two women at the door in your sexual activities at the congregation door. I ain't gonna honor your smoking. I ain't gonna honor your drinking overly excessive. I'm not gonna honor your sacrifices that you do out in the world with sexy reds up in here.
Right.
I ain't honoring that. That's what the Lord said.
Right.
In other words, he already give you commandments. This ain't no tit for tat. This ain't no guess.
Right.
The Lord don't bargain with your ass. I'm sorry, did I say that? He don't bargain with you. He don't bargain with you.
Right.
I'm telling you what this Bible says.
Right.
Read that again. Be it what?
Be it far from me.
Far from me. Go ahead.
For them that honor me, I will honor. And they that despise me shall be lightly esteemed.
Yeah, if you despise me, no one's going to really, you're not going to be lifted up. Nobody's going to really make you esteemed.
Right.
You'll be put down as low. Nobody don't walk on you. That's what you want. Read.
Verse 31.
Right.
Behold, the days come that I will cut off thy arm, and the arm of thy father's house, there shall not be an old man in the house.
Now, this is a prophecy right here. You ain't got no old man in the house. For wisdom, you got problems.
Right.
Right?
Right.
All right.
Like it.
All right. Lock. All right, where are we at? I'm sorry. Verse what?
We on verse 31. Salaki. We got Sister Sherrod, rib of Captain Doctors. I'm checking it.
Right. Okay, and his sister Shara and sister Isaac just come in.
Right.
Let's clap it up for them, right? How Shamalaka Bashim, how was shy to my sisters, man. Glad you can join class up in here. Where we at, Cos? Talking about the Lord esteeming you if you do right.
Right.
And your low estimate if you do wrong. Go ahead. What verse is that?
I can reread 31.
31. Read.
Verse 31. Behold, the days come that I will cut off thine arm.
Yeah, cut off the arm. That means you got no arms, you in trouble.
Right.
Try boxing somebody with no arms. In other words, your strength.
Right.
You know? Your strength and the arm of your father's house. That means, you ain't got no strength in your house. You weak.
Right.
Read.
That there shall not be an old man in thy house.
Why do you need an old man there? Can you imagine children? Go ahead.
Because of wisdom.
That's right. Clap it up for that brother right there. The elders. You need this. You need it.
Right.
You gotta have. What do you think Eli was doing? And even his sons, Hophni and Phinehas. Go ahead. You had something?
No, that's not.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Hophni and Phinehas. Look what they done. They made pitiful Israel, man. Read.
Verse 32. And thou shalt see an enemy in mine habitation, and all the wealth which God shall give Israel, and there shall not be an old man in thy house forever.
That's a prophecy. If you read later on, you'll see. See, they lost their covenant. They lost that ark of that covenant. They lost it to the Hamites, man.
Right.
And this is the reasons why, because they were defeated. And I'm just showing you how the cowardice of their camp messed the whole Israel up.
Right.
That's why this is titled "Be from last week, part 2. Be a soldier, not a coward." Right.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
Verse 33.
Where we at? We'll have to end this up in a little bit. Go ahead.
And the man of thine, whom I shall not cut off from mine altar, shall be to consume thine eyes, and to grieve thy heart, and all thy increase of thy house shall die in the flower of their age.
Shall die in the flower. That means, what's the flower of the age? That's in the young. Go ahead. Go ahead, sis. The youth. Clap it up for it. Right. Exactly right. That's it. Where we at?
34.
Okay, go ahead.
And this shall be.
These are prophecies going on here, man. Read.
And this shall be a sign unto thee that shall come that shall come upon thy two sons, Hophni and Phinehas. In the day they shall die, both of them. In
one day. Read that again. Start at 34. Read it again.
And this shall be a sign unto thee.
I'm sorry. Read that again. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And this shall be a sign unto thee that shall come upon thy two sons, on Hophni and Phinehas. In one day they shall die, both of them.
Wow.
Man.
They were prophesying. Eli saw his son getting ready to die.
Right.
In prophecy. He was trying to say, man, because your sons did what they did. What they do? Let's recap what do Hophni and Phinehas do, man? What these cowards do? Can y'all name them? Eating raw flesh, number one of them.
Right.
Go ahead.
They sleeping with the women that come to the altar.
You remember that? Sleeping at the women that come to the door often. That's right. That's big. Go ahead. Worshiping other gods, yeah. And they were eating raw flesh, worshiping other gods, and then by force they were telling the man, "Look, I'll take this over here. You take that over there."
Right.
They were telling their servants, Lord have mercy. They wasn't doing the sacrifices properly. Right. The Lord's telling you how to do it, and they were doing it. In other words, the Lord had to give another covenant and write it in our hearts, because we wasn't keeping this one.
Right.
We wasn't keeping this. We wasn't keeping these things.
Right.
Right. Where we at? And Hophni and Phinehas, he said, "You gonna die." He said, "Them sons gonna die." Eli, right. Can you imagine your dad coming to you and telling you? Well, I don't know if he told him not, but he just said that he imagine you as a dad and your son getting ready to die.
Right.
Can you imagine that? Read verse 35.
Verse 35. And I will raise me up a faithful priest.
Yeah, what?
A faithful priest.
A soldier.
Right.
A faithful priest. What's a faithful priest, man?
Soldier.
What's a coward? Hophni Phinehas.
Right.
What's a coward? All the things you just said. There are a lot of Hophni Phinehas up in there. Right? All you got to do is just open up. Give me what's a coward, man? Them Labaton lads.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even put them up in here, do we? We do invite. Do they supposed to be up in here?
Nah.
Why? Because they cowards, ain't they?
Right.
Because they want to what? Stop and frisk. What else? What them Labaton lads do, man? Snitch. They want to snitch on people. What else? They want to say you can have 1, 2, 3 wives. That's what the Lord give you. Much they call it too much polygamy going on, right? In other words, they're always doing something the same type of Hophni and Phinehas.
Right.
What is you got something over there for me, guys?
Yeah, I got something for you.
What you got? What's these ain't faithful priests. These are what?
Coward.
These are the cowards. Give me an example of a coward over there, bro.
Okay. And we go down to Albany. Albany too.
So we for it. We're for stopping prison. We're for cops in the hood. We're all for it. Bring more.
Yeah, these Labaton lads. We've heard this before, but they for stopping and frisking people. That's of the policy of America, right? You know, this hurts our people, right?
Right.
They for all that. This is what a coward would do. These Labaton lads. Who's that? IUIC Labaton lads.
Right.
They cowards. The Most High say you're supposed to have faithful priests. They ain't.
Right.
That's why Commander General Honda don't allow them in here. I won't allow them here. If you a soldier, you should allow them in here.
Right.
How do you not allow them in here? Don't beat them.
Right.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Give me another one over there of a coward. Go ahead.
Damnation. That's what happened to that young man. That's not what happened to that young man. He decided to go against. That was, if that is true what the white man say, he tell him to stop. Why he didn't let him stop?
Right.
Rebellion. He was rebellion. Yeah, go ahead.
That's enough.
Talking about Trayvon Martin.
He talking about Trayvon Martin. His little boy got killed, man. I'm sorry, like unalive.
Right.
And this is a coward, right?
Right.
Talking against Trayvon Martin, and this young boy got killed. I mean, you know, and he's saying because he's rebellious.
Right.
These rebellious against what? Esau? Oh, that mercy. I mean, you know, what, you supposed to be following him?
Right.
You know, I'll follow the stop sign until I got to. But you understand what I'm saying? We're supposed to be up here following this foolishness, talking about rebellion and stopping and frisk. I mean, you know, these are the cowards these are the Hophni and Phinehas. That's what that is. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I may, sir, it's basically sounding like you're trying to say the white man is God.
Yeah, trying to say, and that's what it said. They serve other gods.
Right.
They serve other gods.
Right.
That's what he's saying. They're following Esau. They're following that devil out there, man.
Right.
That's what a coward do. Will follow the other nations.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
He'll follow the other nations because that's what a bad priest will do, man. You know, our people, they don't obey the laws, the statutes, and commandments. Christianity is a good example. The Christian churches, right?
Right.
They make it impossible to find the Lord.
Right.
They make it impossible. The people in the church services abhor really what they're doing.
Right.
Why they keep doing it? Because I don't know no better. You know how you know they're bored? Because they hate them. Christianity allows them to hate themselves.
Right.
And they still like it. How you hate yourself and still like what you're doing? How you change the color of your hair? How you bleach your skin? How you wearing the leaves of the other nations,
Right.
and you think that's something to like? They hate themselves. They abhor that sacrifice. They abhor the ceremony, and then when they get in, they don't even see why. Now they start worshiping all these holidays and being behind on their mortgage because they done paid the rent money to Christmas money,
Right.
and Thanksgivings and all that, and they hate themselves and don't and follow the other nations, man. Right?
Right.
But there's a big crowd that will follow that. Give me Matthew 7:13, Lorenzo. There's a big crowd that will follow that. What's that crowd? A crowd of cowards. Find that crowd of cowards, man. Matthew 7:13. Read.
This is Matthew 7, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Enter ye at the straight gate.
Right. Moses said you're supposed to enter into it the straight gate.
Right.
Get in here and HBK. That's the straight gate, man. We don't have straightness up in here. Right? We'll have no bent arm and no bowed knees up in here. You don't pray out in public.
Right.
and you don't bend your arm like you gay. Be straight.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
For wide is the gate.
Yeah, wide is the gate for what?
And,
Go ahead.
and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
That's a big old wide old opening for the people, for the cowards.
Right.
Get on in there. Read.
And many there be which go in thereat.
How many?
Many there be which go in thereat.
That. In other words, there is plenty of room out there for them to act up in the Christian church. They got plenty of room. They hate themselves out there.
Right.
We're trying to straighten that mess out, man, by coming in HBK, right? And trying to get you to be into the straight gate up in here.
Right.
Right? Because we ain't gonna tolerate no foolishness, right?
That's right.
But the Lord, in other words, you want to be a soldier. The Lord, let's see. The Lord is already, he write these laws on our inward parts, man. He take this law. You got to follow this law instead of being a coward. Basically, if you're not doing what the Most High say up in here in HBK, then you're dropping your sword.
Right.
Then you basically don't want to follow the Lord. This is your test that the Lord puts you through. You're the one fail if you don't follow it, right?
Right.
It ain't. We're giving you the gospel. All we got is the Bible, Kyle.
That's right.
That's it. In other words, the Lord has wrote this on your heart anyway. And so I'll put the laws in with parts if you have to, because that's what you're doing. So you know better.
Right.
We're just trying to reinforce this. Some people don't know, we're trying to show you, right? But that's when that ark was taken from them, that glory of Israel was lost.
Right.
It was lost, man. Give me 1 Samuel 4:21. We'll wrap this up in a little bit. We'll wrap it up in 2 minutes. Go ahead.
This is 1 Samuel 4:21.
Uh-huh.
And she named a child Ichabod, saying, the glory is departed from Israel.
That glory had departed. When Hophni and Phinehas did what they did, the glory of Israel had departed. That's why the Lord unalived them. Because they were part of taking that glory away. Finish.
Because the ark of God was taken.
It was what?
Was taken.
They stopped doing the commandments of the Most High. They stopped doing what the Lord commanded them to do back then. And so we stopped doing what the Lord commanded us to do right now.
Right.
If you out there in that Christian church, if you out there talking about stop and frisk with the Lavender lads, you out there, stay out there.
Right.
But if you're not HBK and you want to be a soldier, follow these laws, statutes, and commands. Finish reading that.
And because of her father-in-law and her husband, verse 20.
I'm sorry, read that again.
Okay. And she named the child Ichabod, saying, the glory is departed from Israel.
It's departed, man.
Because the ark of God was taken, and because of her father-in-law and her husband.
Right. In other words, that glory was taken, man.
Right.
It was gone. In other words, that glory, glory is all the glorious things that you can have by doing the Most High's work, right?
Right.
By being a soldier. In other words, glory. Glory is honor, man. Glory, abundance, riches, honor, splendor, glory, right? Because we lost that. And now we're regaining that back in the ISUPK. That's what this is really saying.
Right.
That's what we're reading these stories for, man. So you'll understand how our people act and behave back then.
Right.
Right. So y'all any questions that we have right there? I mean, how do you get your glory back, man? Go ahead, sis.
By following the statutes
And commands of the Lord, right? It's already written on your heart to follow anyway. Give me Hebrews 8:8, brother. And we'll wrap this thing up in there. Right? Stop being destroyed as a people, man. Stop pushing drugs, man. Stop being out on the street, walking like a prostitute, like Sex and Red. Right? Stop hating each other.
Right.
You hate each other when you don't do the laws up in here. When you don't follow orders, you hate your brother.
Right.
Do brotherhood, right?
Right.
Stop following the other nations, right? Right. Our wives put stress on our brothers. When you don't follow your husband, you putting stress on him. Right?
Right.
Give me 1 Corinthians about the order of the woman. Yeah. Right? You got that, guys?
Yeah.
What I tell you get?
You got
Renzo?
Hebrews.
Read that. Hebrews 8:8. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 8:8. For finding fault with them,
Right.
he said, behold, the day is come, said the Lord,
Right.
when I will make a new
The
covenant.
Lord had to make a new covenant, man, because Israel, Hophni and Phinehas, they were part of I'm pretty sure there were other priests, bad priests too. Go ahead. Read.
When I will make a new covenant
Right.
with the house of Israel
Right.
and with the house of Judah.
Right. It wasn't just Hophni and Phinehas. It was all the priests in there that was doing wrong.
Right.
They're supposed to be doing right. The Lord said, I'm going to make a new covenant now. The second with the house of what?
With the house of Judah and with the house of
That's the
Israel.
northern and southern kingdom. He's going to make a new covenant with the house of Israel. Did he say anything about anybody else? He just said Israel, didn't he?
Right.
With the house of what, Lorenzo? Read that again.
With the house of Israel
Right.
and with the house of
With the
Judah.
house of Israel and Judah. Did he say anybody else? He say Moab? He said Japanese? You know, hell with them. Let's concentrate on how we can become soldiers up here in ISUBK. What I get for you guys to read?
That was me.
No, you got it.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians.
Mhm.
Chapter 11.
This is how our women put stress on our men. We're gonna show you how you can be part of that. Because women can be cowards too. By putting stress, right? Read.
1 Corinthians.
Right.
Chapter 11, verse 3.
Right. This is what the woman's supposed to be doing. Go ahead.
But-
This is the order. Right. Go ahead.
But I will have you know
Right.
that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is Christ. I got an order. The Bible says this: the head of what?
But the head of every man is
The
Christ.
head of 9 yards, what?
Is Christ.
The head of Casamar is what?
Is Christ.
The head of Lorenzo is what?
Is Christ.
The head of Kalataza is what?
Is
The
Christ.
head of Officer Kazak Shapar is what?
Is Christ.
Read.
And the head of the woman,
The head of the what?
and the head of the woman
Go ahead.
is the man.
The head of the woman is the what?
Is the man.
No, the head of the woman is my dear white G. I'm sorry, my dear Edomite Jesus.
Is the man.
It's T.D. Jakes.
Is the man.
The Bible says, in other words, you got to go to your husband. That's what it's saying, right? Yeah,
Right.
I hope none of y'all ain't married to him. But anyway, the head of what?
That's like, and the head of the woman is the head is the man.
The head, in other words, where is your husband? That's the first thing Christ said. The head of the woman is the man. If you ain't got no man, then the camp leader is going to be there for you until you get a man. So in other words, you ain't got no excuse.
Right.
In other words, you don't go out here on your own. If you do, you're a coward.
Damn right.
I can't say it no louder than that. Read that again.
Come. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Right. The head of every man is Christ. Everybody's accountable. No man is an island. Every man is accountable. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is spell that word.
M-A-N.
You can't, if you can spell, if you can't, I'll say it for you. The head of what? Read it again.
And the head of the woman is the
The
man.
head of the woman is the man. Follow your husband and stop being a coward so he won't be a coward.
Right.
I mean, stop putting stress on him. Because, you got cowardice in the women too. Right?
Right.
I was saying this for Hophni and Phineas. Stop putting stress on that man. Right? If he needs to have, why you think like Commander Junior Hunter, why you think you said that you may need to have more than one wife because of the damn stress that's getting put on you by some of these women? I'm just telling you like it is. Ain't nobody else gonna say it up in here today, but I'm gonna say it. Am I right?
Right.
This ain't no, just say this for all women. If it don't fit you, then don't wear it. But if it fits you, damn it, wear it. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
Right.
That's it on that.
Head of Christ is God. So everybody got an accountability.
Right.
Everybody have that, right? Anybody in the chat right there?
Nah.
Let me stop for they call it. What they call it? Go ahead. Anybody in that chat over there?
I'm not lying.
All right, so we good?
Yeah, we
All right, let's finish up on this, man. Let's all minds and hearts are clear, right? I have to make sure that we know that what's the title again? You want to be a coward and not, you don't want to be a coward, but you want to be a what? A soldier. How do you become a soldier? Keep the commandments of the Most High. Clap, right? All right? A module. Blow the horn, pick the scrolls.
Sawa Pahakwim, which means turn to face the east in the Hebrew. It's the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw, Sabbath Service, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malachaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baharatasa, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan, Tanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalaki now, Kabawati now, Kasalaki now, Kabawati now, Wala'ah, Tabayaya now, Panasayawa, Abal, Hayashai now, Bayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wahatapar, Wahalayam, Aman. We say the same thing in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Just got the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kasha, Atananao, Akak, La Pa'ah, Kabalaka, Wakar Madawa, Akak, La Tahar, Hamatazarian, Akak, La Hakwia, Hamatia, Akak, Aba Akwa, Mahata Allah, La Garsha, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. We say it in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. This is blessed Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakanaw, Wayasha'ala, Wahabaya, Sapari, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magan, Agad, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. We say it in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us in Israel, in the schools. Bless Hill Shit and protect. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharia, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ai, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaiah, Waharatnazah, Ayatan, Bamawat, Ragalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayasan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Yahweh, Tazalka, Ayai, Yamnaka, Yamamam, Hashemash, Na'ah, Yakaka, Wairak, Balayla, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makorai, Yashamar, Atnapaska, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaatka, Waba'aka, Ma'aita, Wa'ai, Awalam. And when we said in the Hebrew, we say in the English now, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence come my help. My help comes from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Sar, blow the horn. This goes down. Prepare. So go ahead. Prepare to salute the Torah. How about Shimmy? How shall I brak? Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Yashai Brakya.
Yahweh Shem Yashai Brakya.
Yahweh Shem Yashai Brakya.
Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Barakiyah.
Okay, put scrolls down. Concludes our Sabbath service. Let's salute our men out. Our women out. Does anybody want to get anointed? All right. Ooh. All right. She's all right. Just stood right there. Ready? You over there? Okay. Just the men behind me, right? Knowing the prayer. Yah Barak Yahweh. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yar Yahweh. Panyawa. Alika. Alkanka. Yahweh. Sorry. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Panyawa. Alyaka. Washamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bashem. Yahushai. Barak. Pa'ah. Magun. Agun. Yahizerah. Yahizerah. Bashem Yahushai. The water. Aman. What we said in Hebrew, we said in English. Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his counsel upon thee, and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect. Clap it up. All right. Anybody else? All right, go ahead. So we need one drop. That's it. Okay. Just the men behind me. Yah Barak Yahweh. Yahweh. Washamarka. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hanua,
Hanua,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Waikanka,
Waikanka,
Yasha'ah,
Yasha'ah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hanua,
Hanua,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Waishamlaka,
Waishamlaka,
Shalom,
Shalom,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashim Yahweh
Bashim
Shai,
Yahweh,
Barak,
Barak,
Rapa'ah,
Rapa'ah,
Magun,
Magun, Magun,
Latza,
Latza, Latza, Bashim Yahweh Shai,
Bashim Yahweh Shai,
Wada,
Wada.
Aman. What we said in Hebrew, we said in English, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his counts upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, the name Yahweh Shai, bless, he'll show and protect. Clap it up. All right. Fair salute. All right. Madam Shabbat. Majid. Barak.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yam Matah. Sorry face sisters. Go ahead.
And of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Shemal Atah Bashim Yahweh Shai. Yadim Matah. Class is best.
Class is best.